thing I'm trying. The Let's Watch on the channel. We're gonna watch movies on Tubi. I'm gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it. It's gonna be great. Um, and that way we can talk about it as we're watching it. Something new I'm trying. Hopefully this goes good. Let's check it out. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until this is like the third time I'm trying it because I was trying to stream it horizontally, didn't work. Had to restart the whole live stream again, but hopefully now it's working. So we'll go from here. I'm gonna give everyone a little bit longer to jump in and get on Tubi. That way we're all like lined up and ready to go to watch the movie. I'll start it in about 5 minutes or so, and we'll go from there. All right. So, but how's everyone's day going? Is anyone watching? What's it called? Um, the Super Bowl. Duh, the Super Bowl today. I'm watching. I'm gonna go to my in-laws a little bit later. We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be great. Um, my team's not in it, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Charles, what's going on? Okay. All right. Awesome. So, anyone that's joining, I don't know if you're joining it by swiping through the shorts, but we're doing a watch party today, or like a watch along of movies on Tubi. Today we're doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the '03, the remake. I've been in the mood for a remake, all right? I posted talking about the new Exorcist movie that's coming out. Mike Flanagan, the guy that did Haunting on Hill House, Doctor Sleep, movies like that. He knows his stuff, right? He's doing the new Exorcist movie. And I posted it on TikTok just talking about it a little bit. People were freaking out saying, we don't need another one. We don't need a remake. It's like, first of all, it's not a remake. Second of all, he can do no wrong. So it is what it is. All right, people. I'm going to start the movie. And, well, not yet. We'll wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And then we'll go from there. When's the last time you saw this, or have you even seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre yet? That's something I'm curious on because I haven't seen this in years, and I have been looking forward to checking it out again. This was man when this came out. I remember seeing the trailer for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it was terrifying. The way that it was cut up with the sounds and just all that stuff, crazy. And I saw the movie in theaters and it was terrifying. Yo, I was so freaked out by it. And it was just brutal and gritty and stuff. And I saw this one before I saw the original. So then I went back and watched the original. And the original is very, very good. And I think this one kind of really captured what made that one good. And in my opinion, I think it's a little better. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out again. Isaiah, what's going on? Shout out to Isaiah. Thank you for subbing and liking. Jackto, what's going on? Damn, we got 53 watching right now. We'll see how that fluctuates as the stream goes on. Peanut, hello. All right, everyone. So we have a good amount of people in here or that are watching. This is going to be a live stream. We're going to be talking about movies, TV, all that good stuff. But the things that we're doing now is a watch along of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the '03 remake on Tubi. So if you want to watch along, we haven't started yet. We're going to do it very, very soon. Go ahead and jump on Tubi, and we're going to hit play here very, very shortly. What plans do you have, Peanut? We're going to do that now, and then later I'm going to go watch the Super Bowl. Cannot wait to watch that. Anyone else going to watch the Super Bowl today? And if you are you watching it for football? Or are you going to watch it for halftime, the commercials? That's the cool thing about the Super Bowl is if you're not into football, there's still something fun for you. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Awesome. Jordan, hello. Nice. Messi or Ronaldo? I don't watch soccer or football, wherever you're at. Um, I don't know. Messi. We'll go Messi. No particular reason. What about you? All right. Messi. Nice, nice. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Who's everyone going for? Before we start the movie, real quick, last question. Who's everyone going for today? Seahawks or Patriots? Let me know. I'm gonna go Seahawks. Actually, here. Actually, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put a post. There we go. Started a poll for y'all. Bad Bunny, nice. Lions. I wish. I wish. Not like that's not my team, but I was rooting for them. Like that's one of the teams that I wish I could have seen in the Super Bowl. That'd be dope. It's just hard not to like them, you know. And I feel bad for that fan base. Like y'all need a Super Bowl. You need something. Katie, hello. K the Max Seahawks, love it. Let's see. 67 for Seahawks, 33 for Patriots. Ooh, it's climbing. Yeah, I'm going Seahawks. Um, Luke, what's up? What is up, Luke? Thank you for stopping by. So glad to see you here. Jacta, see you later. Thank you for stopping by. Good morning, everybody. How old am I? I'm 34. Ah, the Bucks. The Bucks are good. Like the Bucks are sneaky good. So I'm an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan for like 20, 30 years, or not that long. 20 years. We'll say 20 years. And the Bucks just have our numbers some like lately. That's what it feels like. Bucks are good, sneaky good. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for that, Mike. Happy birthday. Yes, good morning to you, Luke. Lots to talk about. Um, you too, Jack. To have a good day. They're good. Absolutely, Mike. What are your plans for today for your birthday? All right, y'all. So it's we'll start the movie in 5 minutes. How's that sound? 5 minutes. We'll start the movie. Once again, it's on Tubi. It's completely free. We'll hit play at the same time. And hopefully some of you watch it with me. If not, I'll be watching this and talking to y'all, but it is what it is. Sober? What you mean? What you mean sober? All right. Luke, I'm trying this thing out of a watch along. I've seen it done on a few other channels. I just thought it'd be fun, and it's like another way to do another live stream and just kind of have more to talk about. You know what I mean? We're doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Tubi. Of course, you all don't have to watch this, but if you want to follow along, you can. Otherwise, we're just gonna be talking about movies. Lulu, what's up? Hello. And I was kind of thinking for the movie club that I do, where we watch a movie and then we discuss the movie later on, this might be a better way of going about it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Might be easier to like have more to talk about, you know, especially if we're all watching it at the same time. You're a YouTuber. What's your channel about? Anyone watching? What's like the latest movie or show you watched that you really liked? Let me know. Oh, Luke, you're on the road. Okay, okay, that's fine. I'm glad you're here. That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen this one before. I have great memories of it. It's one of the first movies that like not one of the first. I guess it's one of the first. It's one of the horror movies when I was growing up that just freaked me the hell out. Even the trailer scared me. So love this one. It has a special place in my heart, and I've been meaning to watch this for the longest time. I figured why not now? Let's see. Killing Bond cars. What's your favorite car? Or what's your favorite like? Is it just cars or is it trucks? Is it like exotics? What's it about? Oh, okay. So it's just a bunch of stuff. Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. Oh, so I did a live stream yesterday, y'all, about what trailers you should expect to see today during the Super Bowl. I'm not going to name them all, but there's honestly nothing there that really excites me. You know, Marvel, DC, they're staying out of it. Scream 7 is gonna have a clip, but I think they already had that premiere online, so I don't really know what's there with that. Super Mario Galaxy, that's gonna be cool. Minions 3, I guess I am naming them all now. Hoppers, so a lot from Disney, just nothing from the Marvel thing, which is kind of interesting. You think they would really promote Spider-Man, which I guess these aren't concrete, but these are stuff that's being reported of what is and what's not going to show. I would think that Spider Man would be a hell yeah show that, but we'll see. You saw Lost Highway in cinema yesterday night, the first of the David Lynch movies we talked about. Nice. Okay, so you got to go see that in theaters. Awesome, awesome. Lamborghini, Ferrari, McLaren, Porsche. Hell yeah. Eddie Go Pats. Oh man. I feel like they've had enough, but it's a whole new it's a whole new team. That's what I think. Like I had Drake May in fantasy, so you know I'm a little partial, just a little bit. But like I said, it's a brand new team. It's not Brady or anybody anymore, so that makes it feel better. And I like Mike Vrabel, but still have to go Seahawks, y'all. You want number 7? Who's number 7? Is it Carlton Davis? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna start the movie. Feel free to follow along. Texas Chainsaw on Tubi. Let's go. And I'll be jumping back and forth. Oh, you want number 7 Super Bowl win? Okay, okay, got it. Yeah. Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. The real Sammy, hello. I can't even talk right now, y'all. The real Amy, what's going on? Hello. Hope it's so hard because on my screen all the names are really tiny, so it's kind of hard to see. But oh, thank you for the sub. We talk about movies here on the channel. All right. When I was younger and I saw the opening to Texas Chainsaw, Cullen Bond, go to Tubi.com. It's completely free, and you can sign up. And they have great movies on there. You'd be surprised at how many movies are there that are on other streaming services. It's insane. Um, it's fantastic. So go to Tubi.com. It's awesome. Eddie, I have a buddy at work who is a Patriots fan, and he's like, "Hey, we're playing with house money. We're playing with house money as far as being there right now." He's like, "It's just awesome to be back." So, yeah, I still need to start my David Lynch thing. You inspired me for that, Luke. Killing Bond. I just started the movie, so just it takes really quick to get on Tubi. So and you don't even need to sign up. But if you sign up, you can stop it and it saves where you're at and keep going. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, so if you sign up, you get to stop it just like any other streaming services. Um, but if you don't sign up, you just get to watch them and it's completely free. There are ads. There's no way to get around the ads, um, but it's free, so everyone can watch it. For those of you that have seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake that we're watching, the opening, this opening right here with the like archive footage, I straight up thought this was real. They did this so well. And then like the voiceover, oh man, it's so good. It's such a great opening. I thought it was real for the longest time, up until like, I don't know, like 5, 10 years ago. I was like, oh wait, it's not based, like that wasn't real. That was a staged part of the movie. Pretty cool. Kill and Bond, you can do it in a browser. That's what I'm doing on my computer. But they have apps on, like I have an LG TV. There's an app on there, so it's very credible. It's a thing. Um, so however you want to do it, it's probably on. If you have a game console, it's probably there too. You know, I thought about that as far as Tubi goes, Luke. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I was looking into like affiliate links or something like that, but it's free, so I don't even know what they would do. But that's a good idea. Tubi would be a good one, especially with like the movie club thing. Maybe there's a way I can structure that, but we'll see. Eric Holland, do you want? Sure. Actually, I want some food. I'm hungry. I should have ate before this, but it's okay. This, I just love the look of this movie. So right now they're driving in the car. Everything's great, right? Life is good. They're all friends. They're having fun. People are making out in the back. What more could you want? You know what I mean? Out of life. But it's just so gritty. Everyone looks so like it just ah man, they really did capture the same thing that made the first one so gross and uncomfortable. You know what I mean? They do. That's 100% what they do. I was actually looking for a job there through Tubi, which I have computer skills, cybersecurity and stuff. I've done that before, and but it's really hard to get a job, straight up. But they have like a lot of engineering stuff, and a lot of the streamers have stuff like that. So that's a little tough to get into. Wing steak, meat grind for the Super Bowl? Hell yes, brother. That sounds good. What's everyone's go-to snack for the Super Bowl? Or food? Because there is a difference. Pizza and wings and stuff like that. That's gonna be food. But then you got like chips and dip. You got like jalapeno poppers. I'm bringing like a weird form of that to the party today. Let's see. Takis, hell yes. So, Luke, do you think that this would be like whenever they do a next tech? Well, they already are doing another Texas Chainsaw with A24, but going beyond that, um, do you think, what am I trying to say? Do they lean harder into the documentary, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre found footage movie? Come on, come on. They kind of do that with Resident Evil 7, that game, because it's first person and stuff. Like that'd be sick. I think that this franchise would really thrive with that. No, Takis are great. Steak, cool for food for the Super Bowl. How do you get to the movie on Tubi? Just go, while I'm on the browser, go to the very top right and type in Texas Chainsaw and it should pop up. And this is like peak Jessica Biel. Definitely not the reason I chose this movie. Just kidding. No, she's. What do you think of her as like a final girl in this? I think she did good. Did you all know? And I didn't know this until I kind of started the movie channel and started listening to, podcasts, like just really diving into movies and actually listened to a lot of different horror movie podcasts, but they were going through and talking about how the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre has very little blood, and you actually don't see him use the chainsaw for like a kill except maybe once, which is insane, which is absolutely crazy because you watch it once, you see the poster, like you hear the chainsaw, you do all this stuff, and you really think that they're using that every which way, but they don't. Crazy. Tough Rogers, what's up? Nice to see you again. Yeah. A24 is hit and miss for me, like really. I think their horror movies are the only thing I can really with confidence say like, yeah, I like what they do or the movies that they pick up. I actually always thought that they made them. Like they were the ones making these movies, but no, they just and I think they do for some of them, but for the most part they buy these movies and then they distribute them. So, um like Hereditary was good. That one was pretty good. Midsummer was good. Pearl might be my favorite from them. Pearl was so good with Mia Goth. God damn. Um, Commercial break. Cool. Um, they have a new movie coming out next month called Undertone. I haven't seen it, of course, but it premiered last year at festivals. Just a quick shout out to that movie because people are raving about that. Like people that I watch, like on social media, like very people that I trust are saying that this is the scariest movie of the year, blah blah blah. I'm trying to stay away from any trailers that I can. I saw the first one. I'm gonna stay away from everything else. Looks great. Safety from Clemson? No, I have not. Is that the? Oh, it's a weird. This is what we were talking about like yesterday. The biography movies. But no, I've never seen it. Oh, it came out in 2020. Hmm. No, I've never seen it. Um, Kill and Bond. That's the original. So you want to find the 2003 one, and I believe it's a lot darker of a poster. Yeah, and Luke, I would much rather them try new things than recycling stuff that works. Earlier, I was talking about the on real quick. Let me help this guy out real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to open up Tubi again for you. Oh, it's red. It says Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the top, and it's a red and black cover. Yeah, that's the one. Luke, real quick, going back to that. Earlier in the stream, I was talking about, and I think I talked about it yesterday. I posted on TikTok the updated cast for The Exorcist. Got a bunch of pushback, reboots, all that crap. Um, and I realized the Exorcist, like not Exorcist, the possession subgenre. It's just, I like it, but it's been overdone over the years, over the decades, where we know what it is, and I need to see something different. So that's what I want to see in The Exorcist, and that's kind of more so what I'm trying to get at is changing things up. Be experimental with scary stuff. Make us fear something that we didn't that's never been done before, you know? And I think that's what that movie Undertones that's coming out is going to do. Um, just so you all know, it's just about a podcaster who starts listening to some stuff, and that's what the trailer kind of gives you, and that's different. It's modern. It's looks cool. All right, everybody who's seen this movie, when the girl pulls the gun in the van, What's the first thing you do after that? Besides scream. And that scene, so good. How it starts at the front of the van, zooms out, all the way out, through her and out. So cool. Jeff Rogers absolutely ready for the Super Bowl. I love the Super Bowl. Football is the only. I think we talked about this yesterday. Football is the only thing that I watch as far as sports go. So it's funny. I talk about the Eagles and just football in general all the time during season, and then after today, it'll be radio silence until probably training camp. Even the draft, I don't really cover too much. But come on, I hope you like it. I think this is one of the better remakes um, that have been done in horror. I think this is one that's better than the original. A lot of people don't, but that's it's different for everybody. I am. Is anyone else watching this, by the way? Just so I know, because I'm 11 minutes in, so not bad. Is the movie when the guy takes the chainsaw to his hand and he cuts the hand off, and then the hands in on Wednesday? I don't. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Killamon, if you're the only one watching, I can pause it for you if you want to. If you want to catch up, Luke. Yeah, I agree. Less is more always. I I never thought about language as far as like profanity and stuff, but yeah, I do agree. What was I watching? I was watching something, or maybe I was talking to someone for all I know, like, and it was just like over and over and over, and I'm like, it just gets a bit much when it's not needed, you know. And then Wednesday names, the hand thing. You talking about the show Wednesday? Oh yeah, so you're good. I'll pause it. I'll pause it for you. You're pretty close. I'll pause it for you. Let me know when you're like 10 minutes in, or like 12 minutes in, then we'll keep going. But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by and watching the movie with me. Pretty cool. And if this goes good, we can do more of it, get some feedback and whatnot. But I'm trying to decide for next week what movie to go check out because there's actually a lot of good ones coming out. Um, so Wuthering Heights, I probably won't go see, but I have to give a shout out because it's a pretty big movie based on the Big Book classic. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die looks good. Cold Storage is kind of might be it for me. I don't know. That one like intrigues me the most, I think. And then Goat, the animated movie, which I've heard a lot of people I follow went to go see it already. They like it. They said it was good. There's one guy I follow that said like this could be a franchise, like, and it should be because of how good it was. So Goat, yeah, Goat looks good. I might check that out at a different time, but I might go see Cold Storage this upcoming week. We'll see what happens. if anyone's seen, most of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, what's your favorite one? I know I'm gonna get a massive amount of the first one, the original, but anyone like any other ones? Give me like a wild card one. Okay, cool. Thank you, Luke. When you really break it down, though, like this franchise doesn't have many good ones. I guess that's my opinion. If you like them, that's awesome. The ones that I've seen, I've enjoyed for the most part, but the ones that I have not seen, which is probably about half, so I guess it's not that credible. But from what I've read, heard, watched, people talk about them, people don't really care for it. All right, wait a little bit longer for you to catch up. While you do that, while we take a quick little break, I'm gonna look up um, any movie news that popped up. So it looks like movie's doing really well is Send Help, the movie that from Sam Raimi that came out a few weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. I think it's doing really good in the box office. Which now that I'm like a week removed from it, I like it. I didn't love it. I thought it was pretty good though. Definitely worth watching though. Oh, and also I saw that you can watch Schitt's Creek, going completely in a different area, but Schitt's Creek because of Catherine O'Hara. That is now streaming on HBO Max. So that's what I've been waiting for to watch it. I've never seen it. I started it on Hulu, but I have ads on Hulu, and in a show that's like 20 minutes long, the ads really hurt the pacing. So now that's in HBO, I'm definitely going to check that show out. Very excited to check that out. No, you're gonna get. Oh, Luke, you're freaking lucky, man. Like I have been looking to find that movie everywhere. Like since last fall, last winter, when I first saw the trailer for No Other Way, it looked so good, and I keep checking, and it's not playing near me, so I just have to wait for it to come out. Man, let me know how that is next time we talk, cause yeah, I really want to see that one. 8 minutes in, perfect, almost caught up. Yeah, Schitt's Creek is. I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm very late to the game, but I'm gonna watch it. I don't know why it's being, unless I just missed it somehow, Luke, but it must have been a very limited release. Like whether how long it was in theaters for, or I don't know, because if you're gonna go see it, it must just be where I am at. Like they just don't play it here. 9 minutes in, perfect, almost there. Awesome. Mm. Oh, before we start the show again, the movie again, I'm gonna save y'all for anyone that's watching this. Don't go see The Strangers, Chapter 3. Good Lord. Amy, what's up? Oh, yeah, we haven't talked in a long time, right? How did that go for you? Yeah, Luke, no other choice. Wait, is that the one? Wait, is that what we were talking about? No other choice, right? Where is it? Is that what we're talking about? No other choice or no other way? Because I was thinking of no other choice. This has got to be the right one. Let's see. Man, release dates are crazy. Nice thing. Yeah, Marty Supreme hasn't even been. Oh, it hasn't. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy how that stuff works. How it's never like a worldwide release typically. Okay, so this is not the movie I thought we were talking about. No other way. Hmm. I type in no other way and no other choice just keeps pop. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I have no idea, man. It keeps popping up that movie that I was talking about. All right. You should be about where I'm at, so I'm gonna hit play for the movie again. That way we can keep that rolling. But you're not talking about me, right? I'm not. I'm definitely not John Cena. Army Proud. Yeah, the Hostel. Yeah, it just sounds like it's. Yeah, just. I don't think I could ever do that. I mean, of course I can, of course, but it just feels like you're already kind of stressed out traveling, and then having to go through that sounds a little rough. But people do it. Damn, we should have been watching Hostel. Yeah, no other choice. Okay, so that was the movie. The trailer looks great, and then the Rotten Tomatoes is super high for that, so it seems like everybody likes it. I like watching movies like this because, like, I guess this is a period piece. I don't know. It's the 70s, right? But the girl did the thing in the van, and they need help, right? But they don't have a cell phone. And it just, I think we're just so used to being like, why aren't they calling anybody? I just love that because it adds so many more problems to it that just, I don't know, it just sounds more like realistic. This whole family is crazy. Man. With all the rotting meat in the little store they go in. The Strangers one was a lightning in a bottle. See, and that's what worked. That's why that movie was scary, is that they're doing it for no reason at all. And if there is a reason, us as viewers don't know. Um, Man, this movie, The Strangers Chapter 3, when I went to go see it, it completely over explains who they are, what they're doing, why they're doing, their upbringing. I'm surprised they didn't give us their freaking social security number. Like, it was just so much. It was insane. And that just made it 1,000 times less scary. Yeah, see, what do you do with the girl? After she does what she does in the van, do you leave her and then go get help, or do you bring her in the van? I guess you look way less guilty if you keep her in the car. So I think to future proof yourself, you keep her in the car, in the van. So you've never seen this, right? Killing Bond, you never seen this movie? Texas Chainsaw. Man, Luke, I got goosebumps that whole damn movie. Oh, so good. It was just so well done. What did you think of the other one? Did you see the second one? They Pray at Night. I think it's called Strangers Pray at Night. I saw that one for the first time like a year or two ago. I thought it was okay. I kind of want to give it another shot, to be honest with you. I don't know if I was in the right headspace watching it, like the right mood. Killing Bond, no, we're not restarting. Just keep it on rolling, like Limp Bizkit said. Oh man. So put yourself in their situation, y'all. It's the 70s. You're in this van with multiple people. Summer in Texas. Then you got a dead girl in the back. Terrible day. Terrible day. Come on, you don't have to restart it. Nice, another Seahawks fan. It's my wife's team, so go Seahawks. I hope Sam Darnold just has a day today. Actually, I hope it's a good game, but did anyone play the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that came out like a year or two ago? I was really big into Dead by Daylight, but then um, I dropped off after a while, and that's when that game came out. But I never played it. Looked fun. And as far as leaving the girl, because they have to get to that concert, remember? They're trying to get to that concert, and they're waiting for the sheriff. Do you, if they left her, here's the thing: they leave her. There's still a gunshot hole in the back of the freaking car. There's blood everywhere. I feel like you have to wait for the sheriff. So I've been hearing this theory, y'all. I don't know if you all follow Chuck the movie guy. Killing, no, we're not. We're not restarting. Not restarting the movie. Keep it rolling. Um, I saw this theory or this discussion of Leatherface being a victim, like he's not like the bad guy because of his family is essentially the bad guy or like the bad thing. And I think there's definitely an argument for that if you want to get that deep in it, which I think you can. What do you all think about that? Is Leatherface actually the villain? I always find it funny in horror movies like this when, say, it's like a cat or just some animal is like the freaking possum is in the whatever the hell you opened the locker. They don't make no like they make noise to draw you there, and then the animals or whatever. I know it's a movie. Just go completely silent until they open it up. I think it's like logically that doesn't make sense. But you know what? It's a horror movie, so who cares? Yeah, GTA 6, that's this year, right? I'm not a big GTA guy. But I'll be playing that too probably. It's going to be like the biggest event ever. So, Leatherface does need therapy. Literally. That's like I feel like that could have stopped a lot of things. Also, getting away from the family. Then that little boy, man. Once again, you don't have a phone. Like situation changes when you have a phone in this whole scenario. That poor little kid. That's a great pro tip. You got to teach that when they're young. Never taste the yellow snow. All right, ad break. All right, so it seems like Seahawks are holding strong with the votes today. Sure, what's your name? Yeah, the one bad thing about Tubi are the ads, but once again, it's free. It is what it is. It allows us to do things like this, watch these movies together. So, and the good thing about this that I noticed from the other streamers that have ads that I have is like Netflix is awful with the ads. It's the same ad again, again, and again. But at least Tubi changes it up for the most part. I believe the guy who directed this movie, Marcus Nispel, I believe he did the remake or reboot, however you want to call it, of Friday the 13th a couple years after this one, which is my favorite of that franchise. I don't think that's a good franchise, to be honest with you. Friday the 13th, it's never like done it for me. But this one, I thought was awesome, even though it's sitting at 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's crazy. Hmm. Absolutely crazy. All right, they made it to the house. The craziest part, also, real quick about this, and really the resurgence of, or like the start of the reboots of these classic slasher movies, this, Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th are all done by Mike, or he's the producer, Michael Bay, of all people, is the producer of these things. And honestly, they're pretty damn good. Nightmare on Elm Street, a little bit less, but these are great. See, okay, after everything that's happened up until this point of this movie, how the hell are you gonna let your girlfriend go into this house alone? No. Hell no. Not after a day like that. Not after being in an area like this. Ah, oh, really? Damn it. Sorry, Luke. I thought it was. That's crazy. He kicks you out of the movie. What is going on with Tubi right now then? It's been fine on my side. Are you watching it on a browser or through an app? The sheriff is crazy in this, y'all. Like who yeah, once again, I keep talking about Leatherface being um I keep talking about Leatherface being not being the villain, right? This is a great example of, yo, the family is the villain, especially the sheriff. The sheriff is crazy. Yeah, must be something wrong with the app then for you for 2B. Shouldn't keep kicking you out. It's rough. Man, the old bathroom, he has a little string to pull to flush it. We've come a long way, y'all. See, you don't let your girlfriend in the house alone. Middle of nowhere. It's a horror movie, Gavin. Shut up. I know. I know. The score of this movie is really good too. It's very it's very minimal. I think it's very minimal and it works so well. God, the sheriff. For real, Luke? And it's working? Luke, I am at 30, about to be 31 minutes. Sheriff just got there and he took the gun, and now her name's Erin. Is trying to help the dude up from the floor. I like how he tries to help her up and he immediately just grabs her ass. There are pigs in the house, bro. I think it's funny. The boyfriend eventually goes into the house, right? There's no sense of urgency after seeing all this weird stuff in this house. Whatever. Oh, that's right. This is Luke. You came in at a good time, man. You skipped all the setup. We're gonna just get going right here. Huge shout out to the reveal of Leatherface in this movie. Absolutely. Yo, where's the snake plant? Uh, Back there. Out of frame. Out of frame. But it's thriving. It's okay. It's not dead. Don't you worry. Oh yeah, but huge shout out to this movie for the reveal. Because they could have just done the same thing, which is iconic, but they did a little twist to it, which I think worked really well. She says hi, plant. Got you. Got you. She's very concerned for you. I don't know when I'll get another plant like that. I don't think there's a need for it yet, but it's still alive. It's still kicking, so we're doing okay. Have y'all seen the prequel to this one? The what's it called? The beginning. Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning. Crazy. Charlie, happy to report to you, I am almost done with the first episode. Um, I had to turn it off earlier, but it's got me hooked. Like the setup and like the premise of it all, awesome. Set in New Orleans, yeah. And the movie just looks like, or not the movie, the show just looks so. I want to say like high budget, like very. It's just so nice to look at. There's just something about it. It's like super crisp. Like I don't know. It's weird stuff I'm picking up on, but I do like it so far, and I'm hooked. I just got to finish the first episode, but I'm almost there. Luke, I am at now 34 and a half minutes. Yeah, the production is incredible. Charlie, that show's awesome so far. Um, and like you were telling me, like I didn't know. I think it's pretty bold, to be honest with you, of them changing the name in the third season to the next book. Um, for a show, you don't really hear that or see that typically, right? For movies, of course, that happens, but I feel like, I guess if you're a fan of the show and that source material, you'll know exactly that this is a continuation. But I like it so far. Pretty cool. And I've never seen the original movie with Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. So I'm going in blind, which I think is helping a lot too. Yeah, Charlie, I'm gonna do a recap for the channel once I finish it. I'm glad you told me that season three is coming out in April, because that just like, you know, lit a fire under me to check it out because I don't have a lot of time. So, like that. Okay. So the show does so it kind of goes in its own way creatively from the source material from the book. Hmm. Probably still the same, through line from point A to point B, but maybe kind of deviating a little bit as far as telling a different story or even a better story maybe. Dude, this movie, yeah, like this movie just works with the lighting, with all that stuff. He's getting the dude ready to put him on the meat hook, right? The little added stuff of like the water dripping on in down in the basement, as little as that is, that just added more of like the grittiness. I love it. Charlie, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? If they change stuff to make a story better, or at least try to, I'm cool with that. Even if it deviates a little bit from the source, I like that. Oh, nice. I didn't know people did that. Luke, you are a problem solver and you found that out. Awesome. Charlie, so I'm watching it on Tubi and Luke found it on YouTube, but it's like a stream from there. Start panting like a dog? No, maybe later. At least you said hi though. That was very nice of you. So, once again, I really like this movie. Really like it. And straight up in the horror, you know, how horror movies are, they find a place with tons of abandoned cars. They find teeth on the ground while they're looking for their friend. And after they find the teeth, they're just kind of just standing around. No urgency. The girl in the freezer. So I'm at the part where they're in the junkyard and they find the jar with the pictures in there. Hmm. So I just hit minute 40. For anyone else tuning in, we are watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Tubi. Yeah, so Charlie, yeah, Blade Trinity, that's right. Blade Trinity, I think, came right after this. And I think that was kind of like the height of her career. She did something. I thought she did something. Does anyone know about the decline of Jessica Biel? Oh, I have a commercial, so I'll check it out. I don't even know what I'd look up. Let's see. Let's see. Usually they have a section. No, I guess not. So let's see. She's definitely been in a lot of things after Texas Chainsaw. She's actually has a big filmography. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. She was in that. The Illusionist. New Year's Eve. Total Recall. Hitchcock. That's not what I thought it was. Never mind. But I'm looking at the movies ever since 2013, and it's been very, you know, sparse and movies that I've never. Oh, hold on. She's in the new Matchbox movie that's coming out on Apple this year with John Cena. That might be the biggest movie for a very long time. Crazy. The girl's not, but um the guy the guy is. So right now for me they're about to go into the house. Um to look for her boyfriend who's already been taken by Leatherface. Yeah, I mean she has that charisma, Charlie. She has that charisma of a leading lady. Yeah, it's interesting. I think the first time I saw her was in. Have you all seen I'll Be Home for Christmas? I think it's a Disney movie. That's when I first saw her. And it's crazy. This movie came out only 5 years after that. I just feel like there's such a big, drastic change in age, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was after she got with, or married, I should say, Justin Timberlake. Maybe she stepped away a little bit. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Seventh Heaven. Not religiously, but a little bit. Never it was on. That's a massive house. That thing is huge from the outside. Oh, that's right. When they go looking for her boyfriend in the house and he's hitting the ground, that reveal so cool with the chainsaw. I like the uncle or whoever it is in the wheelchair when the dude's running away from Leatherface. He just hits him with the cane. I'm doing my part. Yeah, Charlie, that's crazy. Yeah, that's exactly how it felt with Seventh Heaven. And Courage, I watched Courage of the Cowardly Dog all the time growing up. Then I watched it recently. When I say recently, maybe a few years ago or something. Yeah, no, I went through. I think it was on HBO, and I just had it kind of on in the background and watched it as I was doing stuff, and I'd sit down every so often. That show is still amazing, and it's still funny with like Eustace just pulling that mask out and scaring him at every chance he gets. There's some creepy ass episodes in that though. When he's dragging the dude down into the basement and the nails come off. Damn, so unnecessary, but I love it. It was so good. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think it's only like 2 seasons, 4 seasons. Okay, I was completely wrong. Maybe it was only two that was on there that I saw because I was like, I thought there was more episodes, but yeah, yeah, 4 seasons. So good. I love that era of Cartoon Network, Dexter's Lab, and Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls, all that stuff. So good. Yeah. So you're at that part. I just passed that part. Charlie. Which how did he get in front of him to do that to his leg? Don't worry about it. So I think when I was younger, when I saw the trailer to this, that was my first introduction to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And when I saw Leatherface, I didn't get the vibe, probably because I'm an idiot, that that is like skin or people's faces into the mask that he's wearing. And then I learned it later on, but even watching this the first time I did, I was like, I don't really see it still. Later on, when he puts it on the other person's face, crazy. And that reveal is also good. This movie has really good reveals. That's what I'm noticing here. The way you put they got his leg, I just pictured the SpongeBob my leg. Oh, this this part. This part's cool. Dylan, um, I think the biggest trailer, I don't know. Just like I was saying earlier, there's just not really anything that's super exciting in my eyes. I mean, from the things that have been announced that will be there, I'm sure maybe there's still some surprises. Um, maybe. I think for me, I guess Disclosure Day, the new Steven Spielberg movie, that's going to be there, which is kind of interesting because I think that's Universal. And if they're going to promote that, you'd think that they would promote The Odyssey. Like, that's where I would do it. But we'll see what happens. There's that, Super Mario. Um, I don't think there's any first looks or first reveals that'll be there unless they surprise us all and Spider-Man's there. But it's been reported that Marvel's sitting out, and so is Sony, who actually is in charge of all the marketing for that. So Charlie, yeah, this movie is good. That's why I wanted to watch this. I figured, this is what I've been wanting to rewatch, and it's a banger. So, mm-hmm. The eyebrows definitely help make it look a little more realistic and kind of give context of what he's wearing. I've seen people that have, movie channels or horror or whatever, and they have like the busts or like the head molds of like all these killers, right? So Leatherface, Art the Clown, stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty awesome. I was telling my wife, where were we? We were somewhere. No, it was a TikTok video, and it was Annabelle, this little girl, this little like maybe 2 year old, 3 year old was just she wanted to take Annabelle home. It was in a huge box. And told my wife, I was like, we should get one of those. And she's like, absolutely not. Not happening. So I might just have to do it. You turn off the flashlight and not let them see you. Well, it's crazy because they are. Oh no, they're all together now. I mean, as weird as the sheriff was, I just feel like there is like a little bit of like hope for the majority of this movie up until I guess around this point when they still think that there's like help out there. Yeah, I don't know. One cool, and I don't know if this is real or not, but they, when the sheriff has them all, on the ground, he's making the dude reenact what the girl did with herself. Jessica Biel's screaming, and you can hear the voice is like gone. Very cool thing. But I wonder if that's from her actually screaming after all the takes, or if it's like intentional. I like it. Luke, I think you're farther than I am. Actually, you're way farther. Actually no, not too much farther. No, you're just a few minutes ahead of me. right? Where is it? Oh, yeah. You're just a little ahead of me. Okay, cool. So Charlie, it looks like you are right behind me. Luke, you're a few minutes ahead. Perfect. Dylan, hell yeah, it's the Diddy documentary. Imagine that's what I chose to watch today. Or if Leatherface takes off the mask and it's Diddy. Duff, you back? What's up? So right now, the sheriff's taking the dude with the glasses to go wherever he's taking him, and just smacked him across the face with the bottle. Okay, I won't shove about the sheriff, but like every scene he's in, it just like he's doing stuff that does not need to be doing. Like when he's driving right now, he just pulls out the front of his teeth. I love it. I love that they keep that in there, but like what the hell? He is just the like definition of wild card. Mr. Beast has a live auction. You know, I've never seen a video from Mr. Beast ever. I think I've seen a short from him or like something on TikTok or YouTube or something, but I've never like actively went and watched one of his videos. On whatnot. Jesus. Do y'all think this is a better version than the original? Not as important by any means for what it did for movies and horror, but I think it's a better version. Oh, this is the scene. This is the scene where they drive off in the van for like 10 feet. So in the van, when Leatherface is attacking them in the van, this is the scene I'm talking about of where he puts on, something a little bit easier to tell what he's wearing. But how they frame all of this is so perfect because you're freaking out as they're getting attacked, and the camera that's on him is so fast to pull away from him that you can't really see what he looks like. You just assume he looks like what he looked like earlier. But it's so fast with how they're doing it so that when you see it, Way more shocking. Have you all seen those videos that went viral for a while? That was like, okay, so you get out of your car, right? It's in front of your house. You get out of the car and you run to your front door to try to unlock it and get in before someone's walking like Michael Myers to get you. And how many people fail? I mean, I think it's true. I think there's something to it. Not quite, Luke. She's actually just. I might be farther back than I thought. She's just now banging on the trailer. Oh, just a giveaway before the Super Bowl. That's cool. I mean, as much as he makes, like, he probably do whatever he wants. Crazy. Yeah, Charlie, that's exactly what it is. Um, Once again, like saying that the OG was such a huge deal back then. People weren't expecting it. People didn't know what to think about it. It's kind of the same thing with The Exorcist, right? Came out of left field, never been seen before. Huge impact. Yeah, Luke, she's drinking the tea. I know we're not at the end yet. But one thing that I like about Jessica Biel, which I think I'm gonna eat my words later on, is she's not just like helpless and like crying the whole time. I do appreciate that. She's crying. She's crying a lot, but I don't know. Charlie, how old were you when you watched The Exorcist for the first time? I don't know the age. I was young, but I think I was like 10, 11, maybe when it was on TV. Um yeah, it was pretty wild. I do want to give it a rewatch at some point. But I kind of want to read the book too. Have you all seen Exorcist 3 though? That's the one I always jump to. Super under the radar. 7 or 8, yeah. 7 or 8, yeah, that's when she goes, I think the part that freaked me out, I'm like the whole thing freaked me out. But the thing that freaked me out a lot that like I have a distinct memory of just seeing is when she goes down the stairs. Like what the hell? Like just seeing that. Ugh. Did you make it to the end of the movie, Charlie? I mean that ending up until it's all over is pretty damn intense. Yeah. See, Leatherface is definitely not the villain here. Nothing wrong with us. Okay, she is crying and screaming a lot, but I don't know what it is about her in this movie. Like I buy it and it doesn't bother me. Whereas I've seen a lot of movies and I'm pretty over the screaming very quickly. They have got to fix that leak in the basement, y'all. Let's see. They all need to take a bath and clean the house. That's definitely step one, Luke. God, like seriously, like every frame of this movie, man, is like it just looks dirty. Like you're gonna catch something just by being in there. Older sister left and the head turning, middle of the stairs, and me until the end. Yeah, yeah, I bet. Couldn't sleep alone for weeks after. That's the thing with movies like that, man. Like it's scary in the moment and it's scary long after. I think I'm trying to think of like a more recent. I guess the most recent. There's two recent movies that I saw, maybe in like the last 10 years ish. Like being an adult was the Conjuring 2 with Valak, and then what was the other one? Well, either way, Conjuring with Valak. After I saw that movie, every time you turn off the lights, I was like, damn it. I gotta get, I got it. I felt like something was watching me from the shadows. I slept fine. I slept fine, but that was one that kind of freaked me out afterwards. And then Hereditary. When I first saw, I don't know if I talked to you about this yet, but Hereditary, when I saw it for the first time, me and my wife went to the movies, it ended, and it just turned out to be a movie that I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be. Especially that crazy twist pretty early on with the little girl. Um, the movie ended. I didn't really know what to think about it. I was like, I guess it wasn't that scary. But then, like weeks afterwards, it just stuck with me. And the more I reflected on it and kept reflecting, and just how how it was set up from the very beginning to the end, freaked me out. Like that, like that's like witchcraft and like cult stuff. I think is like one of the things that freaks me out the most. Yeah, I don't blame you, Charlie. Let's see. If A24 is ballsy, they play the movie straight until the end and then have one guy says, "Stop, this isn't healthy. Let's clean up." He's like, "What are we doing here?" I don't know, Luke. Do we get a little montage of them cleaning the house? And if we do, what song is it to? All right, break time. Yeah, I'm interested to see what A24 does with this, because I guess you can make this argument for a decent amount of slashers, but I think this one in particular, I think like this and Hellraiser, there's only so much story and there's only so many different things that they can do with the setting, with the characters, things like that. So I'm very curious on what they have in store for it. Because you would think that they want to do something new, something a little different. Yeah, Hellraiser. Now that I said that, Hellraiser is a franchise where actually I haven't even seen that many. But I can't imagine that there's like really creative things that they can do with that. I've actually only seen the first, the second, and the reboot, the remake, which I really liked. I liked that one a lot. Yes, yes, Luke, that's the song. I love it. That's actually perfect. The third Exorcist was good though. Yes, I agree. I rewatched them all during this in high school. Okay, and then dude, the third one, I'm gonna rewatch that one. I watched it for the first time a couple years ago, like 2 years ago. Because I kept seeing it pop up on people saying this is so underrated, just as good as the first, essentially. And I gotta agree with them. It's very different, and I really like that. Of yes, it's a possession movie and stuff, but there's just like a little bit more to it. It's not so straightforward as that. I also like the cop, like the idea of following the cops and everything like that. That was nice. Um, that those jump scares though, that one in particular in the hallway, good lord. So when Aaron finds her friend in the bathtub and he's still alive in the movie, how funny would it have been? Because she's helping him out, right? He just grabs her ass like the old dude did. Because of how weird and how forced that was, that'd have been funny. And if there's another instance in this movie where they could do that, just keep doing that. In the original, I'm sure you all have seen the original. At the very end, when Leatherface is just going crazy and swinging the chainsaw around, I always thought to myself, how does he not how has he not lost an arm yet? He seems a little bit more tame in this version, though. This movie's crazy. Duff, who has that? Mr. Beast? So, Charlie, if you can remember, are you talking about well, the one that you're thinking about, is Reagan still in there? The girl? Because she's not in the third one. And based on my description of the third one, it sounds like you're like, yeah, that's not it. Yeah, what is it, Charlie, about like what is it about The Exorcist that makes it so freaky? Is it well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let me keep reading. It does feel like a documentary, with some of the camera angles. I agree. Not all the time, but yeah, for sure. Luke, were you on earlier when I was talking about like it'd be cool? Like this seems like a franchise that a found footage thing would work really well with, or a mockumentary. Yeah, a mockumentary with like one of the survivors or something. That would be cool. I just remember the Africa. Oh, okay, okay. Hold on, hold on. Because there's one that I saw that came out in the 2000s. Maybe Exorcist the beginning. Hmm. There's more Exorcist movies than I thought there were. One, two, three, four, five, six. About to be seven. Hmm. I never saw Dominion, and I think Exorcist the beginning is the one that we're thinking about. In Kenya? Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the same one that I saw too. Hmm. I remember not liking that one. Yeah, I remember. I don't know what I expected from that when I went to go see it, or I think I rented it. I don't remember how I saw it, but I remember just it ending. Someone was possessed by the end, and I just was not interested in it. I wouldn't mind checking it out again, though. Having said that, I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll go and watch them all when the new one is about to come out and do a video on that or something. But I cannot wait for that new one. And he did. Flanagan just finished the Carrie TV show for Prime, so I want to see what he does with that storyline. So in the movie, he just hung up the dude on the chandelier and just went in between his legs. Ouch, right? And then I look back at like Terrifier 3 and what they did in the shower, and I'm like, oh, look how far we've come. with what we can show. Wolves Limit, what's up? Yeah, getting scared's awesome. So for sure. Luke, yeah, it's I once again I haven't seen this movie in years. That's why I wanted to watch it with you all. Slashers don't necessarily need to be that long, and the longer they get, the more issues that start to show. Like one of my favorites in recent memory, not divisive, I guess, but Terrifier 2. I thought that one was really well done. Tad bit long. And I think you feel it more in the second one than you do the third one. And I like these movies, but they try to set up this lore and this universe and this background and stuff, and it works for the most part. But I think that what you get from that, with the amount of time that it takes to get that, it doesn't really feel like you get the most bang for your buck, you know? So yeah, I agree with you as far as the pacing of this is great. When I saw The Strangers the other day, chapter 3, I kid you not, I kept checking my phone to see what time it was. And I'm like, okay, it's got to be close to being done. It's like an hour and a half movie. I'm like, we're almost there. Let's wrap this up. So that pacing was terrible. Luke, it looks like I have like 10 no, I have like 15 minutes left. Roughly 10 15 minutes left. So well, I'm glad you liked it. And that was your first time, or is this like a repeat watch for you? Right now, Luke, she's in the freezer. Sorry, she's in the freezer, which is a very cool scene. Hiding in the carcass. Okay, yeah, she is screaming the whole time. I take back what I said. Once again, it doesn't bother me, and I don't know why. Anyone gonna go see Scream 7? Morgan is such a snack. Morgan gone. What else is he in? Let's see. The Ruins. Have y'all seen The Ruins? I have not seen that, but I've on some of the podcasts I listen to, they talk about that. Not like about it, but it's got brought up before, and I hear it's pretty cool. Which I think is based on a book. Hostage. That's the other movie I've seen this dude in. I've seen him in Hostage, and he's crazy in that movie. Man, was it him or was it the other guy? Yeah, no, he was the super crazy one in that one. I see. Yeah, I feel like everyone's seen this one at some point. So Charlie, for you, um, possession movies are the ones that freak you out the most. Luke, what about you? As far as horror and the subgenres go. Yeah, I think mine's the cult stuff. I think. I forgot about this part when she comes out of the locker with the cleaver. Super cool touch. I love that. When his arms attached to the chainsaw, just I love that. Because it's funny, but it's also chaotic, and it works with what's going on. You know what I really want to dive into, y'all, is Oh Barbarian is phenomenal. 10 out of 10, dude. I don't. What is that? Yeah, I don't know what that would be. I don't know what I would categorize that as. Horror, of course, but I don't know what that would be. Um, I want to watch, and I almost chose this movie for this watch, but I figured this was a safer bet for the first one. Suspiria. I want to watch Suspiria. Maybe I'll watch that separately, and then we can do a rewatch on here. But you're gonna be scared of some rats? Yeah, yeah. After that whole day, maybe you know what? Let's give her the benefit. Pretty crappy day to where you're gonna be like super jittery about everything. I guess. But I hear you. I 1000% hear you. And this full circle moment of how she is acting after the fact, after it's all done, is like the girl at the beginning. That was a really cool, you know, full circle moment. Luke, did you see Weapons? Since Barbarians, you're like you really like Barbarian. The director did Weapons. Luke, 100%. This was so. I did the live stream yesterday, right? And I was at work yesterday, and I was like, my wife, she's out of town this weekend. She comes back today. I'm gonna go pick her up here in a few hours. And I was like, I have the morning. I want to do another live stream, but I didn't know exactly how to do it. And I was like, I've been wanting to try this. So yes, it was very impromptu, very quick. So I do apologize about that, but I'll plan this out much, much more in advance. And I was thinking, like, I do like this, and this is exactly how I wanted, like, the movie club thing to be. But I feel like this is kind of the way to go. This is only one video, I know, but maybe I don't know. Maybe movie club should be more of this, more so than watch it on your own time and then we talk about it. Weapons and Sinners, favorite movies. Yeah, so Weapons was my favorite. It was number one. Sinners didn't make my top 10, but I do want to go back and rewatch it um, because I think I missed something. I really liked it. I just didn't love it, so I need to go back and rewatch it. Yes, I agree. When you saw Weapons, Luke, was it in like a pretty packed theater? Because my theater was decently packed, and man, like the creepiest scene. Yeah, I'd say the creepiest scene that I've ever seen was when she's asleep in the car. Dude, my theater, you couldn't hear anyone breathing. It was the most silent thing I've ever heard in my life. It was crazy. But you had that, and then you also had like the funny moments that happened. Everyone was laughing. And it was just this huge, like, communal up and down, different emotions, different ways of reacting. So cool. So I agree with you on that. I like how Aaron double taps the sheriff in this. It's wild how she goes back for the baby. Oh man, I remember this shot. The last shot of Leatherface in this when she's driving off, phenomenal. Like he has a vendetta. He has a grudge with her after that. I love that shot. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Dude, Charlie, yeah. That's another part. That was probably the funniest part of the whole movie. And yeah, the whole theater was laughing at that part. Because yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking. And that's an exact response anyone would have. So funny. And that car scene, yeah. Like the car scene will stick with me forever. So we were talking earlier about what A24 can do with this. Y'all, I the last when it goes back at the end of this movie and how it sounds like a documentary, like imagine just a whole movie with that, with interviews from people that were, you know, like one or two survivors or something. Like, oh, that'd be so good. That's what I want to see. Not gonna happen, but that's what I want to see. Yeah, Luke, just so tense watching that scene in Weapons. I agree. Yep. I think it's funny because Brolin's like this super macho dude, you know what I mean? Like just in general. But then like even his character in the movie is very like kick doors down, do this and that. And he was freaked out by it. Man. Yeah, I love that one. I cannot wait for his Resident Evil movie. I don't know if I'm sure I could think of a few others, but like the fact that he is going to handle Resident Evil, which is a game that I love, though although I love all those games, like it's just a match made in heaven. Cannot wait to see that. And we're getting Robert Eggers a werewolf this year. God, it's just I'm so excited for the end of this year with those type of movies. But I just finished the movie, y'all. I do have to get going because I got to get some stuff done before the game. But what do y'all think? Is this you want to do this again? We'll do this a lot more structured next time. And obviously, it doesn't have to be horror; it can be whatever. Oh, really? That's crazy, Ollie. Is there a? How does that? Is it kind of like? I don't. What am I trying to say here? Like okay, you go to Roswell, New Mexico, right? Alien stuff everywhere. Is that kind of how it is? I'm assuming not because it's real stuff that happened, but is it kind of part of the area? That's never thought about that. You miss Alice from Resident Evil? Oh my god. Look, I think that franchise it's so corny that it's good. You know what I mean? And I actually do like the first movie. The second movie I liked because it was more in line with the games. But the first movie was such a cool concept. I think if they called it something different, it'd be a lot more well received. Um, because I did like it before she had all the powers. Yeah, see that Ollie, that's what I was thinking. That's just the question I had when I read what you said, but as I was saying, I was like, that's crazy though. We hide our trauma in the Midwest. That's right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head out. Um, but I hope everyone has a great day today. Thank you all for stopping by and watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with me. It was a lot of fun to talk to you all about that, and I'm definitely gonna do this again because great interaction. Had fun watching this, and I'll put out a poll. I don't know when we'll do this again, but I'll be very upfront and give a lot of you know warning before. Kind of inconsistent, yeah. Because I'm trying to remember, she had it in the first, second, or no, I'm sorry, the second, the third. What was the fourth movie? All right, hold on. Before I leave. Oh, hold on. There we go. Resident Evil film series. Afterlife. 3D. I do remember that. That's when they brought in the big dude from Resident Evil 5. Yeah, from Resident Evil 5. Retribution in the final chapter. Yeah, I really think the first three are better than the last three. Wow. And then that Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, I thought it was fine actually. People didn't like that. I thought it was fine. Interview. I will. I'll get back to it. I promise. She had it in the third, lost in the fourth. Okay, because I remember the third one when they're in the desert in Vegas, and there was like she does something with fire, right? I remember that scene. But yeah, okay, got it. Okay, it's all coming back to me a little bit. Okay, Luke, I'll post that sometime this week, and I'll figure out a time that's gonna work the best. Do weekends work the best for y'all? I would assume so. We could even make the Saturday one that too. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, The Crow and the Fire was sick. Yeah, those movies were fun for what they were. I'm excited to see what they do with the new one though. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Have a fun time watching the Super Bowl or whatever you're gonna do today. And I will see you. Yeah, this week's pretty stacked. I will see you next Saturday morning for the next live stream. Thank you all. Have a great day. Peace.